in real Star Wars,
What's that?
life Star Wars at the moment, Virgin Galactic just had its first commercial space flight. I think it was just end of last month.
Yeah, right.
So it's happening, and they want to do one every month.
Yep.
And they're going to get to the point of doing one every week.
Wow. And how much does it cost? How many baht are we looking at here?
I think it's 450,000.
Sheesh.
So they're making $2 million because they send up 4 passengers and 2 pilots. So this was called Galactic 01. That was the name of the mission.
Yeah.
And they're doing Galactic 02 in early August.
Okay.
And then they're going to be monthly.
Conditions have to be right. Like this is the one with the plane, right? And it takes you up to a certain altitude and then you drop out and do a rocket.
That's it. Yeah. The passengers are in the rocket and the plane takes it up to, I think, 15 kilometers?
That sounds high, dude.
It is high. Let's see here. I thought it was.
What did Felix jump from again? You know the guy that jumped out of the thing? Didn't he jump like 80 Ks?
I don't know. I don't know if he would have jumped that high. You're pretty much in space at that point.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I have a feeling estimated 39 kilometers, reached an estimated top speed of 1,357 kilometers per hour at Mach 1.25. He became the first person to break the sound barrier relative to the surface without vehicular power on his descent.
Whoa.
Yeah, when you're watching the footage from the ground, you hear this like boom, and they go, "Was that him?" And they go, "Yeah, that was him."
Yeah,
he sonic boomed, bro.
Yeah, he was sonic booming. He was sonic booming. I don't know what happens when you fart when you're sonic booming, but who knows? Yeah. He knows. I don't know if he was thinking about it at the time. So
I think he was too busy shitting himself from all the spinning. Anyway, yeah, go on.
Yeah, so Eve drops Unity. Unity's the rocket and Eve's the ship that carries it at 15 kilometers altitude.
Yep. Great name.
So I'm getting Ocean Gate vibes from this Virgin Galactic business.
Are you? Well, how?
There's no safety regulations. There's no space flight safety regulations. They're just...
Yeah, but Origin are doing it. They're launching people into space.
They're not doing it at the moment. They're not doing it. They haven't done one since last year sometime or even 2 years ago.
Really? They're not doing it anymore?
They've got the Shepherd, whatever it's called.
Yep. The one that took Shats up.
Yeah. They've sort of fallen off the planet a little bit. Well, not really.
Oh, jeez. That's not good. That's literally the only thing it shouldn't do.
But it doesn't require independent safety certification.
Yes. Okay.
So it's an authority on itself.
But did Ocean Gate, what kind of regulations are involved in the underwater exploration of the Titanic?
It did not have any independent safety certifications needed, no.
No. Okay. So I can see why you're getting the vibe then.
You wait till something happens, and all of a sudden everyone's going, "Oh, well, yeah, they were flying in a rocket into outer space with an airline company."
Yeah. So you're saying to me that if you just happened upon a ticket on the next Virgin Galactic, you're saying no because of the regs?
It's too early adoption. Are you going to be the 6th person to put an implant into their brain that has no independent safety certifications? Yeah, I'm waiting for ultimate regulation and mass rollout.
So the regs happen, the regs come out, mass adoption, you're going up?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when the cost comes down a bit as well, hey, like
$400,000's a lot of money.
And I reckon it's going to come down quick.
Really?
Yeah, man. Once they get weekly...
We've talked about this before, I know, but what do you think the lowest price to go to space will be in the future? Lowest price to get to space. What's likely? Let's say in the next 20 years.
I'm going to say in 10 years, I'll be going for 10 grand. But that 10 grand in 10 years is probably only about 7G now.
Well, so you're taking into account that I thought
inflation,
you would go for say it's 16 grand or something.
Yeah, no, I'm taking into account inflation. I think it'll be 10 grand, but it won't be as serious as 10 grand now.
Right. That's the lowest you think it'll go? 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, maybe let's remember that. There's a lot of things.
So think
I need
about
to remember.
commercial space, right? Imagine once the moon base is up, you got a moon base. There is somewhere to go. There's a resort for the kids. They can go and hang out, right? How much are we talking? Because it's $400K right now to get to just the edge of space. Now we're talking about a moon trip. We're looking at 20 million.
Moon trip.
20 mil? 50 mil? How much?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
A lot of kilometers to cover, 360,000. That's a lot of
I just don't know. Yeah, we're not even there yet. Can we even go? We don't even know if we can go.
No, we don't know.
If we're just taking NASA's word for it.
We went.
Hey, so about commercialization of space, SpaceX has recently brought up the double century for landing rockets. You know, they send the rocket up and it lands autonomously.
Oh, wow.
And that's something that's come and gone. That only started in 2015, right? So that first one to land in December 2015, everyone was like, man, what is this alien shit we're doing?
Now, it's pretty standard, hey?
Standard. It's transformed spaceflight, and the cost of launching things into orbit. It's
incredible, isn't it, that they used to just explode all the rockets? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? I love that Elon pointed that out. He's like, imagine if like every time you went overseas on a trip, like you just flew to your destination, everyone jumps out and parachutes to the ground, and and the plane just blows up. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we've been doing for 80 years.
That's so crazy.
That's great.
So now we're working
60
on
years, let's
Starship. So the upper stage of Starship 1, they're working on that. It's called it's actually called Ship 25. Let me send it to you because you need to check out some of these photos.
What are they doing attaching this to Starship?
So this is the upper stage. So the bottom stage, the bottom stage, so we saw it try to launch with its upper and lower stages but didn't separate.
You just sent me text saying SpaceX releases Starship engine test fire photos.
Okay, sorry, I need to copy the link. Let's see if that works.
Yeah, got it. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing it. Yeah, there's
that's
6
called
Raptors.
Ship 25. Yeah, that's got 6 Raptors on it. So this is the upper stage prototype that's going to launch on the second mission, which is apparently going to happen. He's also in August, about 6 weeks away. So hopefully it separates this time.
Yeah, well, so this is the same test again. Is that right?
Well, that test is for the upper stage, which they've rejigged a little bit.
Yep. That's so cool, man.
But isn't it crazy that this is the one that's going to be sending people to the moon soon, next year? It's when we haven't even got off the ground.
Yeah, I don't like the timeline. Hey, we keep shifting the timeline. What is the timeline? Next year, Artemis 1. Is that what you're saying?
Well, Artemis 1 has
got to be getting nervous if you're an astronaut. You're just looking at the thing, it keeps breaking up in the atmosphere, and they're like, "We are still going right now, yeah, next year." But we keep testing it, and it still doesn't get to orbit yet. No, don't worry, do it on the night. You'll be fine.
Artemis 1 went up just with no people on it, and it used the NASA's or the European SLS rocket. It didn't use a Starship.
Oh,
and that just sent up dummies to collect data, radiation data, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
Fantastic.
Artemis 2's next year, and that sends people on the flyby. They're literally just hamsters. They're just copying radiation. They're just saying, can we actually send this thing around the moon and come back? Because before we land on it, we better check that we can go around it.
Not really, right? Because it's 2 very separate things, taking off from the lunar surface and coming back to Earth.
Yeah, it is.
And it is different from just swinging around the ball. That is different. But apparently very easy. You ever seen a lunar craft take off from the moon? Looks fucking weird.
It looks so weird, man. It just bounces off. It just sort of it's all uniform. There's no acceleration. It just kind of goes almost like it's being lifted.
Have you watched the other one? I mean, we probably watched it before, but have you watched the one where the camera's still on the surface and it pans up with it? Have you seen that video?
I don't understand who's operating that camera and how they got the footage because they're not Bluetoothing it.
No, they are transmitting it though, right? They can transmit. That's how we saw the live pictures.
But yeah, I don't know.
So we can transmit video.
But you can't. But what? So you're transmitting it? I don't know.
Remote controlled camera transmitting to the lunar module. That's the only way I can see it happening, and then recorded locally onto film. I have no idea how else that footage is possible.
It's pretty good connection, all things
Great
considered.
Connection. Yeah. 68 or something. Yeah, pretty good.
So this is interesting. So Richard Branson founded Virgin Galactic in 2004, and he predicted the company would be flying paying customers to and from space by 2007.
Wow.
So that's how they lie to us as well. And that's where that's the technology gap as well. Yeah. So if we think we're sending to humans, we think we're sending humans in 2 years. Really, the reality is probably like more. 2030. And if we think we're going to Mars in 2032, man, try on 2050.
Yeah, or later.
That's a bit depressing now that I see that.
He had lofty goals. Need to dig up some of SpaceX's
this is
predictions.
The thing. He didn't give up either, right? No. He did it.
Well, he's doing it.